and welcome back once more to Pathologic 3. Today we might not fuck something up, maybe. If we try really hard, then maybe, just maybe, we might not be terrible at our job, which is how I feel every day as a doctor. Both in the game and in real life. Oh boy. Oh, here we go. This doesn't look good. Good day, Mr. Bachelor. Why does it sound like death rattles of sinners from the depths of the underworld? What death rattles? What sinners? It's music for the townspeople's enjoyment. You ordered it yourself. Oh, God, you could have chosen something else. Anything would have sounded better than this. Townsfolk like it. It's alright. Pleasant enough. What about you? Do you really like it? Well, of course. Can't you hear out writhes? Like clothes right there, see? So full of feelings. Well, come to think of it, I suppose it does have a certain melody. The theremin doesn't appeal to everybody either. I have no idea what musical instrument is supposed to be because I don't have diegetic music for it, unfortunately. But hey ho, we are going to go to an infected district. Probably going to be a terrible idea. Because we're going to try and climb the stairs to the Rat Prophet. God help us all. Because I don't think this is going to go easily or well.
Ну и фантазии у вас, Данковский. Слишком у вас нервы натянуты.
Okay, here we go. Yes, I might be burning mania in order to do this, but I think that's probably a good idea. Because fuck. Probably a good idea, I said. Turns out I am in fact incredibly stupid at everything I do, all the time for hour. Let's try that again. Try that again, shall we? Maybe we won't fuck it up this time. Shabnakadik is here.
Из степных легенд. Миф. Фикция.
Okay. Are we going to solve the problem by doing the same thing again? We'll try not to, but like, it does mean that we need to be cautious around here, and my strategy of burning mania perhaps is not as good a strategy as I hoped it would be. Well, at least the bonfires are lit. How far up do we have to go? rat prophet. A thing from the dark. Actually, just a dwarf in a mask. Surely just another joke by Mark Immortal.
What did you want to hear, human?
What sort of beast are you?
Oh, I should be asking you that, human. What sort of beast are you?
Why are you tormenting Katerina Savarova?
She torments herself. She calls for me, I arrive. She questions, I answer. Our business is not yours. What do you want from me?
She told me that you asked her to steal morphine from the hospital. Why?
She was unwell. She asked where she could find morphine. I guess the hospital must have it. That was all, which part of this counts as me asking. If there's one thing humans are good at, it's shifting blame.
Do you know where the sand pest came from?
You summoned it yourselves. The plague only comes to cities. It comes where humans gather. To any place you stuffed to bursting with your disgusting, hairless, tailless bodies. Where there are no humans, there is no disease.
Nonsense. Animals get sick too. The plague spares no one.
Leave. Pack your things and get the hell out of here. The plague will go with you. It will be better for everyone.
Why do you hate humans so much?
Why should I love you? Birds fly, fish swim, and humans kill. I can already see it in your eyes. The thought to poison my kind will come to you any day now. Don't do it. Show mercy for my kind, human, and I'll make it worth your while.
What do you have to offer?
See, human, you're already haggling, greedy. Humans deserve nothing but contempt. But I do have something I can offer you. Leave my kind alone, and I promise you won't regret it.
Alright. You know something? It's a deal. So, if we don't kill the rats, something that... If we... I don't imagine... Shit. So if we don't kill the rats, then we might win something? How fascinating. I have no desire to stay here any longer than absolutely minimally necessary. Fuck. Don't eat my time. Ah, crap. Okay. Yes, I wasted something with the mania there. Perhaps it is no longer quite as clear a plan as it may otherwise have been. Okay, let's just see. What do I have in my inventory? What do I have to spare? If I lose a walnut, I don't care that much. Very well. We go back to the beginning of the day again. And we have but a few more things to do, to sort to fix. Right, let's see what needs done. I can't. The lock is locked. I can't do much with that yet. Fine. Examination results are in. Diagnoses were correct. Shark can have some rest now. Okay. Fine. I don't think there's very many other things to get rid of. Leaving a morphine is out of the question. We've done that. We've done the rat prophet. Ruben stole the body, but he had his reasons. Very well. This I want to change. Fine. Very well. Only one thing to do then. I think. This feels about right. Once more. Load the prototype. Should be good for a little longer. Good. Good, okay, okay. So now, I realized that we have our mobile laboratory, which I just didn't utilize last time because I was stupid. I don't know why I didn't utilize it. I should have just done that right by where Nara's heart was. I'm leaving you be, Clara. I don't want to fight the Shabnakadik here.
Ну и фантазии у вас, Данковский.
Why don't I put things into the quick slot? Am I stupid? The answer is always yes, I am stupid. Why am I so stupid? Why am I using it from the menu every time? I'm an idiot. And I remain an idiot. There's a storage cache over there. Ah, it's too far away to get though. No, no. Let's not waste our time on small little trifles. Okay.
Отрадно все-таки снова вернуться домой.
Fine. Okay. Now we get to once more witness Nara's death, which is a very tragic thing to witness. Okay, the note from the herb writes. Okay. Will I be there in time to stop him? That is another option, isn't it? Stopping Artemy. Is that a good idea? Do I want to stop him?
Как это объяснить? Никак.
Do I want to stop him? Do I want to stop him? I don't know. Life forces cruel choices. Walking through a plague district versus sprinting through it. Yeah, no, I was an idiot. To just walk and not sprint is probably a much better outcome. Because we have to be cautious. I can't believe I've been so careless to die 3 times. To stuff that is avoidable if I just thought. If I had the wherewithal to think.
Слишком у вас нервы натянуты.
That's where it is. Now I have to make a cruel decision. Do I want to let that girl die? I think this is going to be a vital part of what we have to do. Pardon me.
Тут нужны чуткие руки хирурга, а вы отойдите.
What are you doing here, Emshin? I was about to ask you the same thing. What are you planning to do? This is Nara. She's sick with a sandpest. She wants to help me. How exactly can she help? She'll let me study her organs. You know well as I do that the sand plague only survives in living tissue. There's no point in studying dead tissue. So you've decided to cut Nara open while she's still alive. Tell me, Nara, do you have any idea how painful that would be? Timmy told me everything. I agree. If it will help my people, I agree. She's agreed, Emshin. Now I understand where all those rumors about you came from, Burak. You have absolutely no sense of boundaries. I thought you wanted to find a vaccine, Emshin. I thought you wanted to study the plague. I do, but not at this cost. No one deserves to be flayed alive, not even for the sake of science. Very well, Emshin, have it your way, but how are we supposed to study the sandpest behavior inside living tissue? Never mind. Take Nara to the hospital, Burak. If she really is sick, then there's no sense in making her suffer more. This is really painful. Because I do suspect that she has to die. In order for this to work. No. What happens if I go back to the Herb Bride? Can I tell her that I've saved her kin? Was this a good idea? I don't know if this was the right idea at all. I genuinely don't. I suspect that it wasn't, and that another of life's cruel choices will need to be made, and I need to choose to let that woman die.
Стой, стой, стой! Брат, не убивай.
Okay, okay. This all feels all kinds of wrong.
Какие? Только не убивай. Иди сюда. Мало мы вас вешали. Мало мы вас вешали.
You've come. By your law, Hemshin, may Mother Podo caress your step. I was afraid it was all for naught.
Nothing was for naught. You can relax. I spoke to Barak. He won't lay a finger on your sister.
So she'll live? Yamara Zargal, by Allah, thank you.
But she does have the sand pest. She doesn't have much time left. I'm sorry. This was the wrong decision. This was the wrong decision, and I have to let her die. Because there isn't another way to get... Cruelty. Cruelty upon cruelty. No. This is... No. I'm glad I saw the counterfactual. She needs to die. And I hate that. I really hate that. Okay, okay, okay. We're too late to get into there. That quest is broken. We need to come back after we've unbroken it in the past. Once we've unbroken it in the past, then we can return to the present to fix it again in the future. That made sense to everyone, right? I sure do love having a non-linear view of time. Daniil Dankovsky. How do we preserve eternity? And I know, Clara.
Ты это придумал?
Oh, fuck. Oh, she was right there. Oh.
Обратись-ка, порося, в рыбу-карася.
Very well. Back to this. Let me get the organs.
Этот дом построил Фарх.
Their bride gives us that. I mean, it rewarded us with amalgam, I guess, but Okay. Onwards then. Nara's life is at stake. We're not in any great hurry. Because there's no other way to do this.
Разговор есть. Не бойся.
В тонатике было тихо.
Поди сюда.
Okay, the manic dash. And then we grab the heart and take it to...
Я и забыл, что мира так много.
And there she lies dead.
И все это я покрыл смертной пеной.
Very well. Nara's heart has been acquired. And the... examination of her heart will have to be done quickly. Nara gave Kodak her heart, literally. Savage customs. The sinister microbe that turns human blood into a boiling brew has finally been caught. Yes, a sacrifice had to be made, but what is this doomed victim compared to the perfect discovery? Oh shit. I didn't take anything with me. Does anyone have a clock? There's bound to be a clock in the Sabarov residence, right? And then we can just return and finish this. Okay. Journal-wise. Day 2 is where we fucked up. We need to get Oyun out of that bloody house, and I need to get that examined properly. Day 2. We need to not dot too much over time. We can only afford to undo mistakes like this. Just a little bit. I feel this is probably our best and only shot here. think this is the only thing of significance. Ah. Wonderful. Oops. Well, I don't remember picking up all of that loot before. Well, I guess it'll have to do for now. Surely there's more to this. Okay, sprint across town. Get to the body. Maybe I should try and restore some amalgam whilst I'm here, honestly. I've probably burned too much of it already. To find some depressing items to be depressed at. Otherwise it's going to be a very short trip. Well, I can't use that one apparently. Oh wow. Amalgam, I could have used that. Right. A conversation with Oyun. We can undo this.
Из чего сделано это тело?
Who are you? You cannot be here. Yabba-sa-shan. You're probably a tough man to sway given your build, but let me try anyway. I need to inspect this house. I'm foreman Oyun. And you cannot be here. Outsiders are not allowed here. Tanikagui, Hunudi, Orukagai. This is a kin matter, my business alone. Foreman, is it your job or maybe a nickname? It is Zaya Amidral. You can have a look if you want to, but touching is Koryuldai. The guards that came here disturbed the lions of this place. Do not do that. It is not allowed. What right do you have to take charge of this place? You, the guards, you're all Zerligamitad. You show no respect neither for the lands or the lions or the dead, then I am a foreman. I'm reliving this conversation as a lot more rude and abrasive and like a colonialist bastard this time around because I want him gone. The only way in which to progress the story properly is to do that. Or accept a defeat. I have to act in character, and being in character means not always being nice. What do you know about Isdor's murder? I know he was killed. I know he will be committed to the earth. I'm here to keep vigil over his blood. Is keeping vigil some kind of local rite? I want to leave you to it. Just let me do what I came for. Isdor Burdak, doctor, murdered in his own study. He invited me to town, but I'm no detective. I won't learn anything anyway. Focus, Dankovsky. Time for investigation. He's not even trying to feign friendliness. Seeing this gentleman with the one to look up, he can't even feign intelligence either. Suspicious strangers are prowling around. He'll throw you out and won't even notice. Seeing this gentleman be the one to lock it up. I doubt I could stop him. Isdor Burdak, doctor. For the evening, the study will be sealed. Very well. I haven't examined everything yet. I'll try again. I'll skip straight to examining the chaos. Agony, search, what happened here? A struggle, somebody covering tracks. If Isidore struggled against someone, traces might remain. A fresh scratch, a powerful blow, damaged the furniture, a knife, a claw, or horn. A Shabnak's claws. Let's consider other possibilities. Yes, the scratch points to the struggle. A search. Did the thief break in after the death and loot the place? Is there anything missing? There clearly was something on the windowsill. A pistol, a horn, an umbrella, a baculum. A horn. Yes, a horn was lying next to Isidore's body. Okay, this is my main theory. Consider other possibilities. Agony. The mold on the house hints at sandpest. Those sick with sandpest suffer terrible torment. His agony could have scattered the furniture. Unless the blow was a mercy killing. This theory doesn't fit well with the blood and murder. Unless the blow was a mercy killing. Look around some more. Someone covering tracks. This dog could have died quietly from illness, for instance. The trollwoman could have damaged any evidence. But was it accidental? Someone's covered their tracks. Stage a struggle? Someone was covering their tracks right here. The study is relatively clean here, fresh trash. Before his death, Isidore brought in dirt. Killer's tracks of step dirt. The killer's tracks of step dirt. The killer is a Shabnak. Pretending you take your fractured mind seriously, Dankovsky, but I'll keep this theory in mind. Return to the step, from the step to the study. Covering their tracks. Maybe he died suddenly, stabbed in the back. Someone staged a struggle, because the study is relatively clean. Before his death, Isidore brought in dirt. Perhaps he went to the step. He went with Simon? I'm afraid of what that could mean. Could he have been preparing for death? Enough examination, I'll move to conclusions. So the conclusion is... I should take it. I must take it now. The investigation matters. What to hell with the investigation? Investigation matters. Stop. Draws the eye. I remember Maria's words about Simon's trace in the study. Somehow I feel like it was left for me. But all this is extremely suspicious. His dog was killed by sandpest. Or a monster. Most likely that is the case. One thing is clear. There's mold outside. I must try to find it, study it, show it to the authorities. I need to search the second floor before the big fellow decides to throw me out. Shit. No, I need to get him to go. What is he doing here?
Из чего сделано это тело?
This is a place of death. Nakabara Zangazar, a sacred place. You cannot stay here long. Have you looked your fill? Stop trampling it with your feet. You're so eager to shoo me away, it's almost as if you don't want me to find any evidence. I'm safeguarding the peace of the dead. Spilled blood. You won't understand. Tanigda goikun. Seems like you're more concerned with your own peace than that of the dead. This is not your Zaya. You shouldn't be here. Where were you when Isidore was dying? I'll be honest, it's hard not to suspect you of being involved. You have to understand Isidore was my kindred, my Shohanai Nuhur. You haven't answered. What were you doing? Where were you at the time of Isidore's death? I was where duty led me, and it was Shard Lakathai. Let's be frank, was it you? Did you kill Isidore? Are you now feigning grief to hide the evidence? Shit. What are you doing? This would be foolish of you. Well. An option. I need him out of there. I need to replace the amalgam that I keep fucking losing. Okay, we're going to have to consider this very carefully.
Да.
Are you aware there's a crime scene? Hope you haven't touched anything. Crime scene, and I'm here to inspect it. Thank you if you don't mind me asking. What are you doing here? Let's... I need to get him out of here. Murdered in his own study. Baiting the study will be sealed. Little time for investigation. He's not even trying to feign friendliness. Suspicious strangers are prowling around. Can't feign intelligence. Showing intellectual superiority to Dankovsky. Why wouldn't I? I should take a closer look at him. Just a giant step man. A hammerman? His right arm is larger than his left, a veritable mountain of muscle. Means he's working for Olgimsky. Olgimsky must be his lord and master. I first thought that this is Isidore's blood. He came to keep silent vigil over the blood. Perhaps Isidore was wounded. There was a large wound on the body. The blood could belong to the killer. But blood isn't surprising given the mess. What happened here? A struggle? If Isidore struggled against someone else, traces might remain. A fresh scratch. A horn, a claw, a horn. There was a horn lying near Isidore's body. Quite possible the blow was struck with a horn. Let's consider other possibilities. Yes, the scratch does point to the struggle. A search. Was the killer looking for something? Is there anything missing? Again, a horn. A horn would suit the study. A horn was lying next to Isidore's body. Keep this in mind as my main theory. Other possibilities. Some covering tracks. died suddenly. If he died suddenly, he could have been stabbed in the back. If he was stabbed in the back, someone staged a struggle, covered their tracks. Someone was covering their tracks right here. The killer's tracks have step dirt. The killer is a step man. The circle's narrowed insignificantly. But let's return from the step to the study. Agony. Isdor's body was arched in agony. The tests showed sandpest. Those sick sandpests could have do suffer terrible torment. Unless the blows them. The theory doesn't fit well with with blood and murder unless the blow was a mercy killing. Did the thief break in after the death and loot the place? Clearly something on the windowsill. I know it's the horn, which was by his body. Main theory. To conclusions then. So the conclusion is... take it now. To help with the investigation. No, the investigation matters. I think if I take anything, he's gonna fucking freak out. Go. Let's try it.
Они называют ее землей.
I told you, Bukure, don't touch anything. Look, but don't touch. What's so hard to understand? I said it in your language, not in Talakelendere. Why are you getting in my way? A sacred place. Such as spilled blood, touching thing isn't allowed, only keeping vigil is. Alright, I put the bundle back, see? I know that this is meant for me. Okay.
Дурных примет не бывает.
Covering tracks. Oh, I know. Stabbed on the back. Someone staged a struggle. Fresh trash, fresh tracks. Step dirt. The killer is a step man. I know. Fuck. Is the killer looking for something? Did the thief break in at death and loot the place? How do I get through this? I know it's the horn. There's been lying next to Isdor's body. So the conclusion is... whether you're in here or I have no chance. All of this is extremely suspicious, but first the investigation. Isdor was killed by a person. Most likely that's the case. One thing's clear. There's mold outside. I must try to stop it. Try to find it, study it, show the authorities. I need to search the second floor. And I need to hurry.
Слово олово, не золото.
This might
Не
work.
полова. Олова.
Tell me, Oyun, you serve Olgimsky, don't you? The boss is the boss in town. Everyone serves him. Karishjie-kun. Well, I serve him too, and he asked me to come here. The boss doesn't ask, he gives orders. If he gave you an order, you carry it out, but you still can't touch anything. Sacred things are not for touching. Olgimsky was looking for you. I didn't realize he meant you at first, but now I understand. You should go to him as soon as possible. If the boss called for me, I will go. I cannot refuse. But first, you will leave. Karishjie-kun, you cannot stay here without me. Well, Olgimsky suspects that this plague is contaminated with the plague. Or this house is contaminated with the plague, and he's right, it's dangerous here. Can't be. In Neyaragui there was plague here before, but now it's gone. You are lying. I'll reiterate, it's dangerous here. You're risking your life by staying. Ah. Not ideal. I may have made a mistake here.
Я человек.
You know perfectly well what this is.
Я человек. Я чело. Я век.
I'm here on Olgimsky's orders. He asked me to check the house for any signs of the plague, and I found them. So the boss himself ordered you to look for the plague? That's right. Also, he was looking for some foreman. I saw him ask his people where the foreman was. That's you, isn't it? That's how you introduce yourself to me. I must go to the boss if it calls for me. Let's go together. You will tell him about the plague. Why don't you tell him for me? I should stay and collect more samples for research. That's what Olgimsky ordered me to do. Boss Vlad cannot be disobeyed. If you are now a servant too, then serve. Stay and do what you must, but do not insult Isidore's spilled blood. I won't. I'll make sure no one else does whilst you're away. Oh, that was hard. That was so difficult. Oh. I wasted that glass. I thought it would tell me something else that I've missed here, but I don't think it did. Now that was very tricky. It required me to perhaps be cruel in a way that I would not normally like to be, but sometimes that's what's necessary. I'd like to collect some more amalgam. Because we're going to burn a lot more shortly. And I would prefer to be in a good position with the amalgam rather than a bad one. If we're going to burn a lot more jumping between days, and we do burn quite a lot of amalgam jumping between days, then again, we are going to complete more quests. Maybe I just need to be less anal about this. Yes, I think perhaps I should be less anal about collecting all the amalgam right now, because we're going to need a lot more later. Still, we already know from the previous game that Oyun killed Isidore. We know he had many reasons for doing so, but I do choose to believe that the mercy killing is at least a part of it. Oyun, as tragic a character as he is, he isn't completely a bastard, you know? Unidentified substance that appeared on and inside Isidore Burdak's house. Black mold. The plague is here, and it's in it's in the houses of billionaires. Okay. There will warn Governor Sabarov of the danger, but me. Very well, let's undo this particular one.
Никогда не один. Всюду вещи.
Okay, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Sprinting. At some point I will run altogether far too low on time. But right now, time is slightly more on my side. Slightly. Ever so slightly. Slightly enough that I can perhaps live. And then Governor Savarov will be aware of what's going on, and nothing will change. Because Clara's already here.
Я тебя не трогаю. И ты меня не трогай.
It's a lie that the house is empty. Isidore is no longer there, but the house is not empty. Misfortune has taken root there.
Дурак. Дурак. Какой же я был дурак.
What are you saying, child? You went to Isidore Burak's house? Why?
Because I am scared. She'll return to the town to finish what she began 5 years ago. So she told me. I didn't want to believe her, so I broke into Isidore's house thinking I'd find nothing. And I found the plague, fool that I am.
Clara? I didn't expect to find you here. I also shouldn't know who you are this early on in the plotline, but I do because we're out of time. Least of all like this, reporting to the governor.
You're not alone in your concern for the town, Dr. Man. I had to go there, look at my fear in the eye, and I had to warn people so at least someone can be spared. Maybe there's time to stop her.
I'm afraid of what waits us all. That can no longer be stopped, but thank you for trying.
I thought you'd be angry that some little girl spotted the threat before you did. I'm glad that you weren't. I'm not your enemy, see? I even play by the rules you believe in. I inform the high and mighties that misfortune has come.
Thank you, Clara. Still, I'll admit it takes a certain effort to believe this dreadful illness has come back after all these years. Alas, it is true. I went there today as well and examined a sample of mold. It is extremely contagious. Are you certain? This is a disaster, Dankovsky. 5 years ago, mold attacked the walls of our houses too. Isidore explained this is how the plague sleeps. It creeps along our buildings until it can find a human host. Well, the pathogen is extremely resilient and can sustain itself without a host. That's all I can say about it for now. I'm calling a meeting of the ruling families at the town hall tomorrow. We need to inform everyone who has resources and powers that we can develop a joint plan of action. The infected must be found and isolated right now. We can't afford to waste time wading through red tape. We also need to set up a hospital and then... I can sign the order to search for infected people and infected houses right now. And I will, because I trust you, Dankovsky. I want a physician to be the one in charge of handling the epidemic. But I need you to understand one thing. This town has always always been divided into 3 parts. There have been always 3 families calling the shots. You you will have to find the approach to each of them. What a perfect time to play politics. Funny. I thought I could make a difference, but in the end I'm just a witness to what had already come to pass. You can't outrun fate. Looks like I should thank you, though, Savarov, for the fact that I want to ingratiate myself to you, at the very least. Who's there? We've not been told to knock, lads. Dankovsky, my apologies. The patrolmen have brought a prisoner. I must see to it. May I sit in? Here he is, Governor. Yesterday, this fellow spent the whole day in the pubs boasting he bumped up old Burak. Maybe he was beating himself up. People can't seem to agree on that one.
Эти бразды режут мне руки.
Thank you. But tell me this. Before someone speaks for you, if you killed Burak Senior, why would you talk about it in a pub? Well, I was a bit smashed. Some idiots were making fun of me, and I wanted to give them a scare, so I blurted it out. So they'd, finally leave me alone. I just said it out of spite, Chief. Truth is, I loved and respected Burak. I came to the pub to drown my sorrow when I heard he'd been killed. That's not what you told us, you dog. He's lying through his teeth. Suspect, how did you know Isidore Burak? Were the two of you acquainted? Well, who didn't know him? He saved both my sister and my nephew when the baby got tangled in his birth cord. A tough job for your ordinary healer, but Burak was no ordinary healer. What are we going to do without him? My sister's pregnant again. What if it all goes south? Was that why you were lurking around his house? 2 witnesses saw you there. A coincidence. First you were snooping around the house, and then you drunkenly confessed in the pub, and now you've sobered up and you're denying everything. What? Cat got your tongue, huh? Look at me. My sister sent me there for healing tinctures. Sorry, my hair is slightly in the way. I didn't know back then. I thought you didn't get the door because he wasn't in. Enough. Take him away. Put him in the lockup for now. We'll deal with him later. Why do disasters always come treading on each other's heels? Wait. The suspect was near Isidore's house, maybe even inside? We need to quarantine him, not put him in a cell. He could get infected. It wouldn't hurt to isolate the patrol now, too. Why on earth would you need to quarantine us? As I've already informed the governor, the mold on the walls of Isidore's house is contagious. The sickness that bled into town 5 years ago has returned. Mold? Like 5 years ago? Oh, woe is us. But wait. Doctor, 5 years ago the plague destroyed anyone who caught it in hours. But I went to Burak's house yesterday morning and I'm still alive. That's true. People saw him there yesterday morning. Does that mean we can forego quarantine? If it's the sound pest in Burak's house, then yes, we can. My previous order still stands. Put him in a cell until further notice. The murder of the best doctor in town right before an epidemic must not go unpunished. This man doesn't look like a murderer, just a confused loudmouth. With all due respect, you should leave the investigation to those competent in such matters, Dankovsky. You have other pressing matters right now. I just hope that the competent people won't torture this poor man to death.
Вы наконец-то излечились от мыслей, доктор.
Ничего. Скоро я наведу здесь порядок.
Wait, Dankovsky, let's step aside. A moment of your time. Wanted to speak with your wife. There's no need to speak with Katerina. Is this some kind of patriarchy thing? Forbidding your wife from speaking to another man in the house? Why not? Katerina is ill. I'm a doctor. Let me examine her. To find what? Injection marks? Morphine? She suffers from pain. I made a wrong call. You can speak with her, of course. I only ask that you show her understanding. If she behaves strangely or begins talking about pain, I want you to know we have all the necessary medicines. Don't give her anything. No painkillers. I think I understand what you mean, Sabarov. I'll be tactful.
Это обманчивая тишина.
Bachelor Dankovsky, such an honor for our house. I knew you'd come. How? I didn't even know where I'd end up today. Haven't you heard about the mistresses yet? So you're a mistress too. Can you predict what I will say next? Of course I can. You'll say, for example, I doubt I'll ever know what mysteries the world holds. I doubt I'll ever know what mysteries the world holds. I don't think you will. Wait, did you actually predict my words right now? Of course not. I'm certain you only repeated what I just said out of gallantry, so to play along with the eccentric provincial dame. No, that's not it. I felt I really couldn't say anything else, like all other thoughts were blown out of my head. Do you see the eyes watching us from the corner? What eyes? Little ones, black and red, like angry little beads in pairs, but sometimes in 3s and 4s, so if you think those are rats, you're wrong. I don't see anything, I'm sorry. I am his mistress. They say Nina and Victoria were true ones and I am a false one. Fools. Nina had 1 pair of eyes, Victoria had 2 at most, but I have hundreds, and I can feel what they could never dream of. And Clara, my little daughter, Clara's worth 1,000 Victorias, 10,000 Marias. Clara's your daughter? Do you have children, Doctor? No, I don't. Have you ever tried for a baby? I haven't. Have you ever felt your inadequacy because you couldn't give the world what you were made for? Yes. I feel that every day. It's not fair that some families have everything in abundance and for free, while others have to suffer humiliation. I'm the mistress of this town, me. I am the only one alive besides Clara. You know her, right? Dude, she really is your daughter? My darling daughter. Rats have brought her. So she's adopted, then? Alexander has grown very attached to her. Clara will become mistress. She'll fulfill our destiny. She'll do what I was incapable of. Alexander has grown attached. What is this destiny that you're talking of? She is a gift. An immense gift. For many years I've been in pain. Awful pain. Clara's the only one who knows what to do. Only she can take the pain away. Get some rest, Katharina. I can see that you have it hard. Oh well, I guess I just have to wander around town until evening. Oh, I also should now recomplete that quest, shouldn't I? Ugh. Maybe grab some amalgam while I'm at it? Can't hurt.
Город шурчит.
There's gonna be a mirror around the back here because it's the boneyard, right? Ah, mirror.
Оптика. Зрение.
Good, good, good.
Их ответ живет в зеркалах.
I'm not going to go, like, fully, like, chasing down every mirror that I can immediately find right this second. I think maybe I should. Maybe that's a good idea. I don't know.
Две еще живут.
Okay.
Но
You.
Me.
Sorry to hear that.
What a strange way to start a conversation. What are you sorry about?
I could tell you to complain. I've been listening to people promote my father's death for 2 days, like they are his children. Wish they'd shut up.
Do you know what exactly happened to Isidore?
He was murdered. People say it was me.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would you kill your own father?
Stay out of it. My father's death is my prodigy, not yours.
But I can help. I've discovered some details. I managed to examine the body before it was buried. Did you see the giant perforating wound?
Briefly, you can't look at bodies before burial. I could have insisted, but couldn't quite decide who my father wanted to be after his death. The town doctor or a Menku laid to rest according to kin tradition.
A strange creature, something like a skull and legs, claims that it accompanied Isidore to the steppe before he was murdered. That is, of course, unless I hallucinated it in a fever dream.
You've bested a step thing with your questions. Still, thank you. Wanted to know what my father was busy with before his death, and I saw those things when I was a kid. I just didn't trust my own mind enough to believe they existed, though they still exist.
He had the sand plague. It wasn't what killed him, but he would have died anyway.
When he wrote to me about the first outbreak, I wondered how he survived. After all, doctors are at greater risk than most, but this time Shabnakadir had claimed him first.
Your father's house is contaminated. Plague is spreading from it across town, I'm sure. I've analysed the sample.
Saw the mould on the walls, heard some whispers from the survivors of the first outbreak, but I don't have my own equipment to verify their words. Good thing you checked.
I've been to the crime scene. I met a huge stamp man there. He introduced himself as Oyun. He's the one who sealed the house.
Oyun is the foreman of the abattoir, an important man among the kin, father's kindred. Means he's allowed to enter the dead house, but he's no right to bar entry for others.
That's it. That's all I managed to uncover.
Thank you, Umshin. My head's buzzing so much I didn't want to listen to you, but you brought me solid facts instead of empty chatter. I'll pave a path with a road with those facts, the road that will lead me to answers. If that answer concerns you too, I'll come and find it myself. But now, please leave. I need to face the step alone.
I have a lot of hypotheses, but he was your father. You'll figure it out without me.
You know, I haven't seen him in years. I inwardly dreaded our reunion, dreaded disappointing him, so I kept putting off my return. I returned home to a corpse. Can't ask a corpse for forgiveness. That's where the buzzing in my head comes from the words I never said to him. Thank you for not adding the buzz of your guesses to it. I'll sort it out. I have to. Unless my head splits like an overripe fruit.
Thank you for the honesty. Here's a bit from me in return. This is precisely why I hate death, because after nothing can be fixed. Well, that felt like a better outcome. Now perhaps we should collect a little bit of amalgam before. I know I keep swithering back and forth on this as to whether it's a good idea
Лучше
to
бы
take
не
it out or not.
слышать.
To go running around looking for the damn stuff.
Живое. Какое все живое.
Where would I find another mirror? I don't want, like,
huge amounts of amalgam, just a little bit, just a smidge. Just a little bit, right? Just enough.
Оптика. Зрение.
There we go.
Их ответ
See?
живет в зеркалах.
See? This is okay.
Был один большой Данковский, а стало много маленьких.
Okay, that's good, that's good. That's some good amalgam. If we have enough silver to last us at least a little while. Venerable silver. Backbone of time.
Тишины бы.
Listen to the heart of thy lowly messenger. Thy lowly messenger defend. To replace the glass shards that I burned earlier for no good reason. After all, it was a bit senseless to burn them. Is there anything else to do on day 2? Cannot be opened by any means inside something important rolls freely. I don't know what to do with some of this stuff. Very well. Back to the Stillwater we go. Let's travel back through time again. Place ourselves back in a future that we can imagine, perhaps a little bit better than the one that we ended up in. Things don't have to be as bad as they've turned out. We can fix this still, can't we? Nothing to analyze. Very well. Shall we just check our journal then? Today. Day 1, I don't think I can do anything else on day 1 for now. Because I can't go back in time to day 1 yet. Day 2. Day 3. There wasn't anything else on day 3. Yep. So these are all the things that then have, like, lasting consequences across the days, right? Day 4, we've lived through. And through. And through once more. Day 5, we return to. Day 5 it is then. And one more thing to undo. Quite the drain. This quest might go differently now. Perhaps. Perhaps. Did I just fuck it up? Did I just fuck up the day? I may have just fucked up the day. Because I didn't actually break that, did I? I need to break that. Properly broken. Okay, starting the day now. I may have broken it, and I just didn't realize. Was I supposed to go back to a different day?
Каждый скрип, как выстрел.
I did the stupid thing again, I didn't pick up my loot. Shit. Okay, let's just try and figure ourselves out from here. Okay. Protocol 5, minus 200 contagion. That's really what I want to do, but... Okay, honestly, the door to it all around didn't really help as much as I thought they would do. Well, I suppose we just have to figure out other degrees to try and access the next day. We haven't even done day 6 yet, so we've got plenty to play around with, I suppose.
Шум надоел.
Very well, let's see if we can try and go back to Isidore's house now. See if that does anything different. This is, I think, the safest route. Spend a little bit of time.
Нервы вас ни к черту, Данковский.
Стой, стой, стой! Брат, не убивай.
There's a mirror over there, I think.
Разбитая не врет.
Okay, this is better than we were at before.
Кто смотрит на меня из-за стекла?
Okay. See, that's not bad. We've got some restoration of our time. Amalgam is something that we just need to keep track of, keep a close eye on. We'll be okay. Oops, wrong thing. Okay, let's go.
Сон разума рождает чудовищ.
Шея у него длинная, тулово толстое, ножки копытцами. Значит, альбинос. Вот и говори потом, что не земля такое слепила.
Right. might be being too foolish here. Okay. Ah. Okay, just to look at the quest items. Day 2, some barricaded Isidore's study. Young Sticky allegedly saw Isidore's killer returning to the victim's house. Isidore Barak is being buried. We have examined the body. Yes, but we don't. Okay. Fine. I think now we are done here. I didn't actually even need to come back to this day. That was a waste of my time, but that's
Посеешь поступок, пожнешь привычку. Посеешь привычку, пожнешь характер.
Am I being a fool? I don't think there's a way past this one yet. Where's the clock? I need to just find a clock. Please tell me there's one around here somewhere. I don't think we can or should want to get into the study right now. We've already been in there. We've seen what's in there. It was a thing addressed to me. Okay, okay. Day 6. It's time to go to day 6.
Как это объяснить? Никак.
Do I want to perhaps restore some of my amalgam first? Or shall I take an amalgam hit and just advance the day?
Вот и все.
This'll do. This is enough. Oh, where's that clock? Do they not have one? I know there should be one in here somewhere. Day 6. And so day 6 begins. Oh. Oh no, 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 no. Don't be mean to Seraphima. Chief, thank God you're alright. They wouldn't let us see you for so long. Suspect Daniil Dankovsky, bachelor, you have 2 minutes to talk. Do you know this woman? Fuck. Of course you did. Why did you bring her here? I'm the only defendant in this case. They didn't bring me here, Chief. They let me see because I demanded it myself. And they agreed. Just like that, as a trap, Seraphima. You just up and disappeared. I heard that they brought you in for a chat. Do you even understand how long this chat has been going for? I filed complaints with a couple of officers, but of course that went nowhere. So I've come to see you myself, and I won't leave until I'm certain that you're being treated properly. Well, they've subjected me to a most refined form of torture, droning on and rehashing my biography. Stop messing around, Chief. The main Thanatica archive is in your head. We can't lose it. I won't have it. I've never regretted keeping poor records more than I do now. Listen, Daniil. Walls can be rebuilt. Experiments can be redone. Samples collected again, but your mind... You weren't yourself when you came back from the Gorkon. It's like you became a different person. Look at me. I need you to walk out of here as the man you were before you left for that trip. What do you mean different? How so? All right, citizen Lochvitskaya. There we go. Pardon. Lochvitskaya, you were warned... Sorry, you wanted to make sure your father is alive and well. As you can see, we have not laid a finger on him. But in discussing business with him, no, that's forbidden. That was part of our assignment. Wrap it up. Father? I'm only 5 years older than you. Thank you for coming to see me, my darling daughter. I'm doing fine. Now be a dear and leave both this place and the city. You're the founding father of Thanatica. They've accused me of failing to save the town, but my real crime is wanting to disrupt the order of things. Somehow the powers that be need people to keep dying. Damn it all, Chief. Tell them whatever they want to hear if you must. They don't care what really happened out on the Gorkon. But no matter what you do, you have to be yourself when you walk out of here. Got it? Your own self. You keep saying that. As if I could walk out as you, or Platon, or the Inspector. Is that an alternative ending to the game? Walking out as someone else? Here we go. Day 6, which is not the end yet.
Камера обскура? Камера люмина?
Patience again. Georgi scheduled another meeting with me, and some points of interest left unexplored. Well... something happening over there near the theatre. That is not a lot of resources to begin this day with. That's not a lot of resources at all. How do I get more patrolmen? Because in order to enact Protocol 5, I need more patrolmen, and I don't have enough patrolmen. Protocol 5 Task Force 35 orderlies, I only have 30. I have the medicine, I just don't have the orderlies. Available 30, remaining 5. Available 30. I only have the option of 30. Ah. The day is not yet done.
Теперь понимаешь, к чему все это шло?
You know, Dankovsky, when Alexander told me an inside and outside a doctor to fight the plague, I questioned his decision. But now I see he was right. You're doing very well. I spoke to the rat prophet yesterday. So, can you now attest that I am not, in fact, losing my mind? I can. I see talking to him made quite an impression on you. But I'm here for a different reason today. I have a very delicate matter to discuss with you. You might have met the local children, the ones that neither live in the polyhedron nor run with Notkin's gang, I mean. Yeah, I remember. Murky, Sticky, and there's another one, Shrimp, I think. Such funny names they have. Those children, yes. There's a problem. No one has seen them since yesterday. They're usually always around, but now they're just gone. Into thin air. I'm not the only one who noticed. My neighbors did too. Something's wrong. I was meaning to ask you to find out where they might be. Why me of all people? Do I look like the nanny to you? Why are you so worried about other people's children all of a sudden? Not other people's children. There are nasty rumors going around town about my daughter, Clara. People say she had something to do with that disappearance. It's not true, and I'm ready to testify on oath that Clara is innocent. Do you suspect anyone? If not Clara, then who? Are you familiar with Anna, Angel? Sounds like the stage name of one of Stamerton's dancers. A horrible creature. People say many things about her. For example, that she was once part of a traveling theatre troupe. She used to kidnap children and sell them. Are these suspicions all you have on her, or do you actually have proof of her involvement? I personally saw her talking to them in the hindquarters yesterday. The children were on the playground and she came out and spoke to them, and then they disappeared. Post hoc ergo propter hoc. After this doesn't mean because of this. The children disappeared after talking to a woman who's known for kidnapping children. Isn't that enough for you? No, that's quite enough. If the children really are missing, that's serious. I will talk to her. Thank you, Dankovsky. They say she was seen at the Stabbins' pub yesterday. She goes there sometimes. The pub. Fine, I'll go pay her a visit. Eva, I need to talk to you.
Oh. You spoke first. Usually you just approach me and wait for something.
I can't talk about this with anyone else. I think I'm actually seeing the Shabnak.
The Shabnak?
In the infected districts, I keep seeing the figure of a woman, though I'm not even sure it is a woman. She's incomplete, broken, with legs made of bone, and when she digs her nails into the earth, they rip free as bones, too. I said it.
During the last outbreak, clouds shaped like angels flew over the town. I thought they were angels of death.
Eva, you don't understand. I'm actually seeing her, not figuratively. I've lost my mind. The only qualified doctor in this town, and the only... Oh, never mind. Bachelor Dankovsky, a pathetic madman.
You haven't lost anything. The Shabnak is real.
You answer. And it feels like you could have said something else, and for some reason I was hoping you'd know for sure.
If the Shabnak really exists or not.
Уехать бы отсюда далеко-далеко.
Yes.
I think you're asking the wrong question. It's as if you're bothered by what exists and what doesn't, or by what others think. But the only thing that matters is you. The world will become just what you see it as. Just observe, and it will bend. Or break.
I don't like it. I don't want to be the center of the universe. Learning about the world as it is enriches me.
Well, that's a shame. A person can't transcend their humanity if they fear equating themselves to the entire world. That's not my opinion, of course. That's Simon's.
Solipsism is an egocentric philosophy. Many things to do. Okay. Man with a broken ankle, don't care. Not even broken. Man with a sprained ankle, don't care. Water. Georgi scheduled another meeting with me. We're going to have to be rather cautious today because resources are scarce. Anyway, I was not anticipating that they would still be scarce. Mirror over there. Storing amalgam is not that hard to do.
Разбитое, не врет.
We just simply have to have faith in what we're doing. And in ourselves and in our capacity to get through this. Oh, paucity of resources today, it seems. That is the quintessential Pathologic Day 6 experience. Oh dear. Oh. Okay. Hey, kid. I don't think I need mania. There's more stuff to see and do on this day, perhaps, but we can keep pushing. Each individual day is so isolated from other days. Well, that is always helpful.
Прикосновение — это внимательный взгляд или меткое слово. Руки тоже умеют касаться. Но этому надо учиться.
Bachelor, you have come. I was not certain you would, yet, as I see, you are in earnest about grasping Simon, about understanding his manner of thought. The accused are already waiting for us, but first answer me this. What do you believe in?
I did come. Did you think the first dispute would frighten me off? By the way, what became of the accused, that boy?
You wish to know whether I chose law or justice? Then accept this unscheduled lesson. Simon would not have asked. He would, as it were, look away, so as not to affirm another's will by the force of his attention, not to grant it substance, and often reality itself would then turn in the direction that suited him.
You mean that if I never learn how you decided the fate of the previous defendant, it will become whatever I would wish it to be?
I told you of what Simon would have done. It is for you to decide whether you follow his example or not.
That's just solipsism. I don't really think I buy solipsism. I as the player. But is Dankovsky gonna buy solipsism? Well, we can redo this conversation anyway. Nah, I want to know how you dealt with the boy.
I have not. Not yet, at least. I postponed the verdict until further evidence could be gathered. Disappointed. Before we turn into the next dispute, answer me nonetheless. What do you believe in?
scientific knowledge alone. Any other belief is the province of fanatics.
Is that so? Well, you are quite categorical. Simon said that categorical judgments are dangerous. They deprive the mind of flexibility. Today we shall decide the fate of 3 accused. Acting in collusion, they broke into a tailor's house and appropriated a number of valuable items.
Lies. We found nothing worth taking in that hovel.
The owner was at home, and he died of a ruptured heart in the very midst of the crime.
At least you're not dying about that. He dropped dead on his own, nothing to do with us. Then why did you break in, if you say yourself it was a hovel with nothing worth taking? Our tailor was a miser, lived like dirt but sat on piles of money, loved counting coins, hated spending them. The neighbour said he would be out, so I climbed in, and there he was, snoring in bed, the bastard. He woke up, saw us, and then just started wheezing. Dropped dead right there.
What good is money now? What can you even buy with it? I was hungry, that's all.
You lot in the town hall eat your fancy cuts and write your damn decrees, while I hadn't a crumb in my mouth for 3 days. I even dug through trash heaps, nothing in there either.
So what will you say, bachelor? Are you capable of weighing the measure of their guilt upon the inner scales? How much doubt will you place upon them? And how much mercy?
The 2 of them have spoken, but why is the Adong silent?
And then beneath him, I am guilty, shook. He saw me, and Bodo crushed his heart with the hooves of her bulls, and then beneath me, I am a disgrace, be eke, esekie buar zalab. The woman claims she came for money, but what use is money to her in a town sealed under quarantine? I once came here because I believed in utopia. They promised a town that lives as one body, where everyone works for the future. Fully automated space gay communism, or whatever the fuck the meme is. And the tailor hid his money. That means he stole it from the town. I needed that money to keep building the utopia. To take everything from the rich, divide it up, and invest in an impossible future? I've heard this somewhere before. What if this was a commentary on socialism? What if this is a commentary on the utopian ideals of communism from developers that are from a nation where that experiment was trialed and arguably was co-opted by less than kind people? Like, I am a leftist myself as a person. I don't think that's that hard to figure out. And I do support leftist principles, but I also don't particularly support Russian imperialism, and I certainly don't support people like fucking Lavrenti Beria. And that is an unfortunate and depressing reality of what happened under that particular regime. This is not going to be an extended political dissertation. I don't do that here on YouTube. I do that elsewhere. Simon truly did dream of building a town that would become a crucible. A town where different people and convictions could live in peace, complementing and enriching one another. He oriented himself towards the truth of each individual, and for that he was respected by all worms and signs alike. Dialogue option number 3 is the eternal revolution. Sure. Well, in a philosophical form, I suppose. The real crucible of the chemical processes never cease, which means that harmony can never be achieved once and for all. Perhaps that is the very meaning of utopia.
Indeed, utopia cannot be a static thing, can it? Life is dynamic, therefore utopia must be dynamic in turn with life, with humanity. Maybe one day we'll see it. But I say that as a moderate anarchist. A very pessimistic one at that.
What do you think Simon would have done? How would he have dealt with these people? How would he have resolved this dispute?
Release the Adong. Feed the man. Send the woman to a construction site. If she wishes to build utopia, let her build it with her own hands.
Victor would have called your approach differential, selective mercy with a pinch of irony. I am glad you did not strike rashly and apply the same measure to all.
But you'll judge them yourself, will you not? You aren't simply going to take my words as the verdict.
I have not yet decided. I am still weighing their guilt upon my inner scales. And now you, bachelor, have helped me adjust those scales just now. Come the day after tomorrow, there will be another dispute for you, perhaps the last on the path to understanding Simon.
I do not understand where these lessons are leading, but perhaps one day I will.
Дурных примет не бывает.
Amalgam. Amalgam for all. I want your shiny objects, girl. I want these shiny objects specifically. Because I believe that there is going to be more to find. We need to do some more stuff today. Quite a bit more stuff. We also need to not die. Did that child have any calamel? I wasn't paying attention. That was stupid of me. I wasn't paying attention. Why wasn't I paying attention? Moron. Moron that I am. There's no way through this without at least traversing some plague. We have to do this. Do. These nests lie everywhere. My friends. My friends. My friends, good sirs, I beg of you, one at a time.
One at a time or all at once, it doesn't matter. Biden direk yokshi baisan. We won't enter your house, shen your house mukhai unerte.
This is a hospital, not a house. If ill people should enter at the earliest convenience, but if you're healthy, it really is up to you to decide if you're willing to take the risk. Oh, Dr. Dankovsky, hello. I took the initiative here and invited these, esteemed ladies and gentlemen for research purposes, but I've encountered some difficulties. You see, they refuse to set foot in the hospital. And why, pray tell, are you Understandable. If it weren't for work, I'd stay away from the hospital too. Am I speaking as Dankovsky or am I speaking as myself? Oh boy. Fortunately, I've got a few more days off of work in order to film all of this shit. I didn't take holiday leave or anything for it, I just happened to have some days off. But still. Why, pray tell, are you trying to drag an entire crowd into the hospital? It's the orderly's job to bring in patients with intercurrent diseases. You shouldn't have to worry about that. I'll just... Oh, how do I put it without sounding impertinent? Oh, I'll just say it and you can scold me later. I just want to test a hypothesis. Since the last outbreak, there have been rumors that steppe folk aren't affected by the sand plague, that they're more resistant than others, so I thought maybe we could use that to formulate our vaccine. We are born from the earth and live by the earth emission it protects us. Chamgalna. You severed ties with the earth long ago. That's why it takes you, pulls you down. Aladak. Huh. So you like to experiment a little? Well, what a pleasant surprise. No. Is your hypothesis based on solely rumor, or is there some substantiated data? I've been questioning the stepfolk here and there, and they all insist that shepherds and brides never get infected. The older ones, while the young ones catch the plague faster than anyone. They say the old shepherds have had bulls by their side for a long time, and something passes to them from the bulls as Bodo's blessing. Apparently the younger people sometimes can't withstand this, blessing. Go on. I'm genuinely curious. Curiosity, Dankovsky. That is the marker of a true scientist. Oh, speaking my mind in front of you is outright terrifying, but I'll just have to soldier on. What if Bodo's blessing isn't superstition, but a scientific fact? So I took it one step further. I started asking if anyone had ever seen a plague-infected bull. And what do you know? No one has. Bodo loves her bulls, Emshin. Bodo's love is stronger than death. Buchadnud ubdedogui. Bulls use their horns to gore the plague. That's what Bodo decreed. If that's true, maybe you've stumbled upon something genuinely important, little. Well, I haven't managed to get a bull yet, and where would I even keep it? So for now, I'm trying to bring in shepherds and brides for testing. Miliadonge shepherds? I've been dreaming of taking a peek at their blood book myself, and not just because of the plague, but they'd never let us.
Our blood is not for you, our blood is for Bodo.
There you go. Just as I suspected, you'd probably have an easier time getting a bull to listen. You know, Doctor, in my wildest dreams I'd take a bull and I'd try to infect it with the plague, then I'd observe what happens to a bull's body. You know, maybe we could even get the vaccine that way. Not this one-day thing we have, but a real one. You've got it all mixed up, little. The word vaccine is, of course, related to cows, but when the first vaccine in history was invented, it was about infected people with the cow disease, not the other way around. True. It's even more complicated than that. They've infected a child. Oh, the barbaric ways of our ancestors with the illness of a woman who previously contracted cowpox. I was reading about it last night. But, Doctor, it seems our local plague doesn't affect the bovine. No one's ever seen a sick bull, so if you and I infect one... You know, I actually like this idea. If old shepherds really do get infected less often, maybe the bulls give them immunity somehow.
What do you want with the bulls? Be oil gui, but I don't understand. Boss Vlad is in charge of the bulls. All the bulls are his. You need to ask him nicely.
Volgimsky will definitely demand an exorbitant price. No. We should ask someone else, like Burak. He's a local, after all. So you'll handle getting us a bull, Doctor? Oh, lucky me. In the meantime, I'll prepare the plague shot, so we can, you know, expose our test subject to the contagion at once. Well, your enthusiasm is contagious. I can't wait to start the experiment.
You've already decided to have other business, or them. Tell your Oyutan to let us go, to stop asking us to enter your house, to stop waiting for our blood. Give him the order.
Good sirs and ladies, a bull is one thing, but your blood work could also be of great use. We can't make them do this, little. But if you think you can persuade them, then by all means, go ahead. Oh, Dr. Dankovsky. Oh, I'm so lucky you're here. My housemate's gone off his rocker. He moves furniture at night, claws at the walls. Can you sort him out? What do you mean, claws at walls? My housemate was ill with the plague, and he recovered. He started moving furniture like crazy, and clawing at the walls. What do you mean he recovered? Are we talking about the same plague? The sand plague? Sure thing, Doctor. The one and only. Jakob fell ill with it 3 days ago. I'll go to the dark wood, he says, and the wood will cure me. So he goes, and he comes back in the morning, healthy and jolly as a moose. But something's going on with him at night. Can you... Where did you find a wood around here? Did you call it dark? What is the name? Is the name of this village Dark Wood? The other game being developed by Icepick Lodge? Can you give me any idea? Fine, sure. Tell me about it. I ain't got a clue. Didn't think my mate would pull through. Thought he went to the steppe to die, but lo and behold, he returned. It's not him anymore, though. It's like some creature wearing his skin, pretending to be Jakob. Give me your hand. I'll check your pulse and body temperature. Right as rain, it's Jakob who behaves like he's been smoking weed. He moves furniture at night, he's barricaded the door as if he expects someone to come for him. He sees beasts in the shadows. He makes those weird sounds. Please, visitors after dark and take a look at him, or at least listen to him. I'm begging you, Doctor. He fell ill 3 days ago and still alive. Perhaps another case of intercurrent illness. Many things to do. Oh. I need to go and get depressed. Is there anywhere to depress me around here? Well, that's not depressing enough. It's not nearly depressing enough. Oh, there's nothing depressing around here at all. Am I going to be forced to... I don't have anywhere near enough morphine for this. Oh, everywhere else is infected. I can't actually exit.
Тише, голова.
I don't see another way out of this. No, Shamil, don't you go there. It's gonna kill you. They say yesterday the ranger ripped a bull's spine right out. Think how strong it ought to be to tear out a spine that easy as picking a flower. So you say it's killed a bull? You reckon it's gonna stop eating once we're out of bulls? No shot. A wild beast is always fixing to rip out someone's throat. If we don't put it down, it's gonna come to town after our children. Hey, I know you. You're that doctor they gave our town on a platter. Now tell us, Doctor, we got a beast all but roaming the streets killing livestock, so why aren't you dealing with it? What kind of beast? It's a wolf. Female, but she's huge. 20 feet tall or so. I've never seen nothing like it. Wolf my butt. It's a bear, I'm telling you. Seen them claw marks? Paw's huge as a skillet. Roars like a bear too. I've heard it lives underground digging them tunnels. Pulls you down and then it picks your bones bare. I see. A bear wolf mole. Most dangerous predator. It's because scarcely anyone's seen it, and them who did wouldn't live to tell. That thing's quick as a shiv. Before you know it, it'll be dragging you into its lair, gnawing on your spine. That's why I'm telling Shamil, don't you go to the cemetery. The beast is settled at the cemetery. Train cemetery. It's out in the sticks, along the rails past the station. I think it even fixed itself a nest. We hear it every evening, owling at the moon, scratching its back on the metal. I've seen that nest. And creatures I'm not certain I believe to be real. That's right. I've been laughing myself until I heard the ghastly howling with my own ears. Wherever this beast came from is going to slaughter us all, I'm telling you. Well, we'll see if we can resolve the matter peacefully. Okay, another. Oh my gosh, there's lots of points of interest left unexplored today. Oh, depressing things. Thank fuck. Please. Please.
Как будто вещи живут.
Let me just get sad for a while. That way I can actually think and hear myself breathe. Oh dear.
Орден — это клеймо. Так отмечают убийц.
It's been days now and I still can't believe there's a hospital in the theatre. And that it's actually working. Though I see you're clearly short-handed. Honestly, we're short of everything. Hands, medicine, brains. The last one especially. Don't you remember me? I'm Lara Ravel. 3 days ago you were in the flank at the shelter looking for Stamatin. My refuge is always open to those in need, and today I've come to ask on behalf of one such person. Are you familiar with the name Stanislav Rubin? I know him. How do you know him? It's a long story. We grew up together in the town. As children, the 4 of us used to play behind the house in the flank. Me, Burak, Grief, and Rubin. Rubin means a lot to me, which is why I came to ask on his behalf. I'm very worried about his condition. Is he dying again? Is he ill? With what? His illness isn't physical. Physically, he's healthy, but his soul is troubled. The main purpose of his life is to be needed. I know he's a good doctor and could be of use in the hospital. Alright, yes, please, let him come. There's plenty of work. We'll find a place where his skills will definitely come in handy. Oh, no, he's too proud to ask. That's why I came, to ask on his behalf. To live, he needs a purpose, and without one, he'll consume himself from within and drive himself into the grave. I beg you for mercy, Bachelor. I beg you to pull Reuben back from the grave. He needs help, but I'm the one that has to ask. There's a flaw in that logic, don't you think? Alright, then. It's fine. I'll talk to him. After all, one more doctor in the hospital really wouldn't hurt. Just don't tell him I asked. It would wound his pride. He hates being pitied. I don't care about his pride. If you can help, then fine. As for pity, you can sort it out between yourselves. Ugh.
Стоп-кадр.
It's enough to be going with. It frees up some inventory space. Around behind here, just some more mirrors to break, but I don't need to break anything right now. We've got enough. We're fine for now.
А что, есть у человека душа?
Okay, here we go.
Что наука говорит?
We've got a full house at the theatre today. 4 patients resisting the plague. Won't be an easy task to examine them all. Tell me more, keep it brief. An inventor named Hardman. Here we go again. Let's get our pen and paper out. An inventor named Hardman. A local peddler named Gannett. Grouse, a rather odd woman. Grouse. And Burdock. I think he's, well, a bandit. Not very nice to say about a patient, I know. Burdock. And what exactly did Hardman invent? So far, a way to get a hold of a confiscated barrel of infected water and drink from it. Some people got no sense of self-preservation. And what are Gannett's complications? It's others complaining about her. Neighbours saw her coming out of an infected district. She violated quarantine. You say grouse is odd? What do you mean? How do I put it? Oh, her pockets were full of clay. We took it away. Can't bring dirt into the hospital. You better see for yourself. Oh, she's not very talkative. And what's so troubling about Burdock? I know this local type. They're the ones who looted empty districts after the plague moves to another one. So be careful about Burdock, Doctor, just in case. He's still a human being, though. I'm not suggesting refusing treatment. Careful about Burdock. Hand me their medical charts immediately. 4 patients will take more time either way.
I can see the way you're looking at me.
Wait, that's not quite his expression. I can see the way you're looking at me. What way?
With contempt. At a colleague, no less. Granted, we aren't colleagues in a professional sense, but we do have the same calling, and you'd be wise to listen to me since we're fighting the same enemy. Death. Except, unlike you, I've all but won my battle.
I would gladly discuss this topic with you, but let's leave it for later. First, I need to know what you're sick with.
What kind of sickness can touch a man who has access to knowledge that can cure any disease? And sure enough, now you're looking at me differently. I can see a thirst for knowledge in your eyes. Get ready then to receive it in full.
The theory is baseless unless it has experimental results to back it up.
I'm living proof that my formula works. Now that I have it, I can never contract any kind of disease.
I will be honest though. Is there mania here? Is mania... No, it isn't. Okay. That wasn't a joke. I was genuinely looking.
The system is almost perfect, but it isn't flawless. It's still rough around the edges in a few places.
Such as?
Breathing, for one. The lungs grow in size, and relearning to breathe with them takes time. Unpleasant, but no more than that. And then there are ember veins. The ember veins are the worst.
The lungs grow in size. Difficulty breathing. Possibly. Hallucinations. Fine. Hallucinations counts as mania in this then. Fine. Amber veins, what do you mean?
You know, amber veins, nasty little things, always looking to get into your intestine. But I've found a solution. All you need to do is close your mouth. Yes, it's that simple. Close it and don't open it again until they're gone.
Amber veins, I see.
Overall, as you can see, it's a small price to pay for staying healthy forever. But you must be curious as to the details. Don't hold back. Ask your questions. I admit I do feel a craving for educated discussion sometimes too.
I still don't understand what you mean when you say amber vines.
You know, these little ones, balls of bread. Terribly obnoxious. They came when I was testing the second improved formula on myself. Haven't left ever since.
What? You mentioned breathing problems. Could you be more specific?
I have no problems, I'm telling you. As the lungs cleansing themselves and growing, which causes the feeling that the air is being pumped out of them. A passing phenomenon not worthy of much attention.
Normally someone who offers a cure for every disease is either a quack or a fool, but every norm has its exceptions. Please tell me more about your formula.
At last, you're willing to talk it as equals, take it in, absorb it, digest it. Have you ever entertained the possibility that water might not be merely a life-giving fluid, but also a repository of information?
I used to allow myself bold revolutionary thoughts when I was drinking with other students after the exams.
Water is like a notebook that you keep on your desk. You can write words in there, cross them out, write something else.
Looks like you've read a few of those newest articles in chemistry. And now you're romanticizing the passive transport processes a little bit much.
Would you mind not interrupting me? You, for example, have impounded those drinking barrels because they were infected.
I don't think they were infected. I know they were infected. But all those barriers really contain is a string of words that can be corrected, turning the poison into its own antidote, much like if you remove the prefix dis from the word disaffection. So now my formula removes these dis from the diseases in the water. Do you get it now? We seem to be getting to the part where you say all you did was drink infected water. Am I right? I abhor the practice of experimenting on other people. Every product of my creation I've only ever tested on myself. My science transcends the empirical and the exact. I need a moment. It has its own approach that is distinct and unique. Well, that you've only tested everything yourself is the only good news here. All that's needed is a sheet of paper, a pencil, and some infected water. If you write down the formula on a sheet and wait for it to dissolve completely, you'll get water that's not only disease-free, but also acts as a cure. If you don't believe it, well, just take a look at me. Thank you for your answers. This was educational. Would you like to add something, maybe, about how you're feeling after the experiment? Shh, dear God, quiet. Can you hear it? Oh no. I'm afraid it's them. The amber veins. Certainly them. There's one on your shoulder already. Be careful and keep your mouth closed tightly. Now the question is, are these your own amber veins gained together with the delusions of inventing, or are they actually symptoms of infection? Well, while you're keeping your mouth shut, let me look at the results of your experiment with my own eyes. Please go behind the screen. No amber veins found or any traces. Tragic. Really was hoping to meet them. Darkened veins. I think we've seen all that we need to know here. Let's not waste more time. Grouse. What? Well, and hello to you too. What seems to be the problem? I'm sick. Could you be more specific, please? How am I meant to treat you if you refuse to speak to me? Ask. Have you been feeling nauseous for very long? Abdominal pain or nausea? Reflux? That's another one here. Why are you holding your stomach like that? Is it the heartburn my assistant noticed? Stings? Burns? That's something at least. Do you have anything else you'd like to add? No? You've been feeling nauseous for very long? No? Oh, damn you, how many days have you been feeling the urge to vomit? 2? Okay, so nausea, vomiting. Or 3, or 2. When did the reflux begin? Don't remember? Stings, burns. Bloating or cramp. We're gonna go with the heartburn on this one. I would prefer to examine the abdomen myself, but hey, dunno. I've been told the orderlies took some clay from you at the hospital entrance. They did? Are you a sculptor? No. Do you build things? No. And why do you have clay? Do you just eat it or what?
Yes.
Amazing. Does it taste good? Alright, if you refuse to verbalize your complaints properly, then at least let me examine you. Allergies? I mean, it does look like a rash to me. Like, as in, like, what they are describing as rash. It doesn't really look like skin redness, it doesn't really look like insect bites or eczema. Like, they've done a good job at, like, modeling what different rashes look like, which is good. Like, that's actually quite tricky. Alright. Bulimia is perhaps a choice. But we're going to ask her about it. Nothing to see on most of her. Very well. Well, again, last we need to have another conversation, or try to at least. Speak about the clay. Do you really eat it? I do. Why? Why? In the past few days I spent here, I've seen so many superstitions that nothing would surprise me now. We always had such peculiar tastes. No, craving started recently. Okay. She's overly thin, she's got nausea, she's described reflux, which is heartburn. She appears to be eating clay. This is the only one that really makes sense, so I'm going to lock that in. One of the most fascinating things in this steppe is stumbling upon a Zeren. Did you know their horns glow at night? It's breathtaking. Do you visit the steppe often? It's part of my job, Doctor. Do you think the kin have no use for our goods out there? Of course they do. So what do you sell to the kin? Everything. Once an Adong ordered a portable gramophone from me. You know why? To stay awake at night herding bulls, he said. Imagine that. You're walking through the steppe and what did you see? An Adong with a gramophone. Huh. I think I understand that Adong with a gramophone. Those sounds make my stomach turn sometimes. Ugh. Will you let me go, Doctor? Back to selling gramophones to the Adong. Who snitched on me? My neighbours? Let you go so you can keep validating sanitary measures and inspire others for a jaunt right into the plague's maw. No need to try to scare me, Doctor. You're not very good at it anyway. I have goods left there. What else am I supposed to sell? The steppe air? Are those goods more valuable than your... I don't give a damn what you're selling. Breaching the quarantine doesn't just put your own health at risk. It puts everyone else at risk. It puts the whole town. Flashbacks to 6 years ago. Well, I don't give a damn about the quarantine. It's killing more than the plague is. Nothing to eat, nothing to wear. The town's freezing without boots, and here you are yammering on and on about the plague. Stultorum plena sunt omnia. Why is everyone in this town so keen on killing themselves? You're talking like a steppe buzzard. Always screeching about your death too. Die! Gives me the shivers. Alright then, to business. Since you're in the hospital already, what seems to be the problem? Besides the fact that they've dragged me here against my will. Been hard walking far lately. Not so much strength in me anymore. Feels like I can't get as much done in the day as I used to. And with this pain in my chest too. When did you start feeling weak? 2 or 3 days ago. Went on a brisk walk out into the steppe and was all but crawling on the way back. And that was the moment you chose to present me with this lovely little quarantine right where all my goods were. When did the chest pain start? On my way back from the steppe. Feels like something's prickling me from the inside like a thorn growing. Could I have hurt my spine? All these years trading, carrying everything on my own back, and I handled it all right until this. Oh, what did your trips to the steppe usually look like? Just load my goods into my tray and off I go. To check-in first, then further on to the temporary camps where the bull herds are. I buy things to sell in town from them. I pick herbs and berries on my way too, for myself and for trading. Was this latest trip different somehow? I don't think so. It's getting colder, but that's autumn for you. So beautiful though. The autumn is the best season to be here, so you've really chosen a good time to arrive. Please step behind the screen so I can perform an exam. Pale. Pale, pale. Such a spirited one could have gotten in a fight over her goods. Let's be considerate here. Okay, very well. So, have you found any sores? Or did those no good neighbours of mine stitch on me for nothing? Not for nothing. May I ask you some more questions? Well, talking's free, so go on then. And where has all this bruising on your arms come from? My tray. Do you know how heavy it is? Always carrying it with these 2 hands of mine all these years. You could call it a work injury, I suppose, but it's alright, I'm used to it. Fine. You say you make regular trips into the steppe, but your skin is quite pale. Strange. It's just how I was born. There's no in between for me, just pale or red. Used to be I get burned in a minute under the steppe sun. Now I've got more sense, so I cover up and treat my skin with ointments like the herb brides taught me. These stains on your dress, I can't tell. Is that blood? Were you injured, or is that something else? Stains, really? Where? Right here, on the chest and down the skirt. I don't see any... Wait, let me have another look. Rats. They are definitely there, I assure you. Tell me, how's your eyesight? I have a good eye, I do. I can see a lone herdsman in the steppe when he's still an hour's walk away, but I didn't notice the stains on my dress for some reason. Not until you pointed them out. Curious, so you're telling me you've never had trouble with your eyesight before? No, Doctor, never. It surprised me too. And the stains, I found some crowberry bushes on the way to Shekin, ripe and heavy, so I ate my fill. You grab a handful, the juices run down your arm. That's where I must have dirtied the dress. Tell me at least wash those berries. Don't worry, Doctor, my stomach could probably digest rocks if it needed to. I'll eat anything. How could I survive walking all across the steppe without foraging? I can guess where your illness comes from. One moment, please. Doozy. Weakness. Weakness, chest pain, visual impairment. That's all we have. Bradycardia is a description of... That just means slow heart rate. So this is going to flummox me. because of a low pulse. That's what bradycardia means, but this is not that. Okay. An infection caused by bacteria found in unwashed fruits and berries. The Metropolitan Institute suggests fruit worms are carriers of the infection. An infected person initially complains of chest pain and hallucinations, resulting from damage to the heart and brain tissues. Subsequently, the poison produced by infected tissues manifests as blackened veins on the patient's hands and changes in shape of the pupils. Black rash is possible on the body, especially on the back. Mortality risk is quite high, but decreases with proper treatment. Or... one with animal focus. Well, this one seems more likely. Fine. Very well. Playing amateur doctor whilst being a real doctor. Sure is a weird thing to be doing, not gonna lie, but hey on.
Where's the wise woman? I asked for a wise woman.
Unfortunately, we only have medical doctors here. What's the nature of your emergency?
You can't help me, Stitcher. Without a wise woman, I'm done for. Never should have tried to work that mark. Greed got the better of me, and now the jig is up. He cursed me.
I have a feeling I'll regret asking, but tell me what happened from the beginning and how it affected your health.
There's this oofbird in the town named Pockface. Huckster. Owns a few shops. Got so much money you could use it as kindling, but everyone knows it all came straight from the evil one. It's not his.
An oof bird? As in a rich person? Could you please express yourself a bit more clearly?
It's all as clear as day, Stitcher.
Let's get to the point.
Why beat around the bush? Everyone knows Pockface consorts with the evil one. Sold his soul in exchange for wealth, and now he's living it up. Where does that kind of money come from? The guy is all ginned up in silk, his house fitted out in oak and ash. He's a dodger, I tell you.
Have you ever considered the possibility that this Pockface might have simply earned his money through honest work? But what does any of this have to do with healthcare?
Don't you see? Folks tell the truth about that guy. The evil one doesn't help people out the goodness of his heart. That's why Pockface is rotting alive, covered in scars and sores. A walking corpse, really. Traded his soul for flesh, for sweet smell, for scratch.
So he traded in his soul and flesh for the sweet smell of scratch. I think I'm starting to understand the reason for your distress. Have you met this Pockface recently? Your eyes, by the way. Where was Fever? Sorry, I forgot. What was Fever classed under? I've already forgotten. Circulatory. Well, now that makes no sense. So darkened eye capillaries means nothing in context of fever. But he does have darkened eye capillaries. Like, look at them. You can see them. I think I'm starting to understand the reasons for your distress. Have you met with the Pockface recently?
Just let me say my piece and don't interrupt, Quack Doc. I'm laying it all out for you. There was three fingers from Ironquarters who tipped me off about Pockface's place. Said he was an easy mark. Anyone could walk right in, no tools needed. Well, I decided to take it. It seemed like a simple job.
You decided to rob Pockface. Am I parsing that correctly?
You thick or something? I went to the case the joint after dark, while the bat was still in dreamland. Job went south, he woke up. Drew my piece on him, but I'm kind of short on bullets, you see. So we jawed for a bit and then Pockface laid this curse on me. Said I'd rot my own skin, just like him. Put the damn jinx on me, he did.
Starting to rot alive, are you? Got a tail growing, horns coming in?
Cracking jokes at first too, but then the fever hit me, the shakes, and my forehead's burning like a stove, and this headache grabbed me. Devil's racing inside my skull.
Fever. Headache. I think his character model's just like that. But I could see... his eyes are bloodshot as hell. You have fever. Let me feel your forehead. Is there anything else? He hocked a loogie right at my face after he hexed me. I gut punched him, stuffed my bag with whatever he was lying around, and scrammed to the boys' hideout. Gave the loot to our chief, but the curse took hold by the evening. Droplet spread. Alright. Step behind the screen and take your clothes off. Could be this. Red eyes. Burning fever. Take your clothes off. Let me have a look at this curse of yours. Excessive thinness, malnutrition, or an alarming symptom. Unhealthy pallor. Pallor. It does add up to this, doesn't it? Bruises. Bandit's life is hard. Or is it all more of a sign of disease? Where's the hematomas? It's all beginning to add up, isn't it? Bruises, quite fresh. Let's just be thorough. I guarantee that we've probably got at least one of these diagnoses incorrect, but it's fine for now. We've got something to be working with. Answer some questions for me. Well, go ahead, Stitcher. Why are you so pale? Is it maybe anemia, gastritis, cirrhosis? You watch your mouth, quack doc. I'm fine, and I keep it simple so it makes sense. That's one thing you have in common, using words the other person can't grasp. Why is your skin that colour? Haven't you heard that curses stick stronger to pale people? Some doctor you are. I'm a real shit magnet in that. The sun's always flipped me bird, but at nighttime witchcraft latched onto me the right way. Bird, your ribs are sticking out. It's painful to look at. Do you eat properly? You've got no business staring at my ribs, Stitcher. Why you crooning at people like some cat got the cream, dragging everyone into the corner and feeling up, be they women or men. Disgraceful. You don't go feeling up worms too, do you? Unfortunately, no donkey has ever been admitted to the hospital yet, but yes, I would love to feel them up. You're the sixth one here, Stitcher, bloody worm lover. And where do those bruises come from? I can see they're fresh. What kind of question is that? I was probably in some kind of dust-up. You know, isn't my line of work. You'll be asking to tally up every lick and slash next. Who keeps count? I suppose you mean you were in a fight. But let me take a closer look. Does this hurt? The blood in the cavity is already clotted. You've strong blood vessels. I'm tough as nails, Stitcher. Well... Before we lock it in, let's just double check. Unwashed fruits and berries, which she ate. Sewage and stagnant water bodies, and he did drink from the infected well. Grouse. "3 days. This one I'm less certain of. But she wasn't spending time in the steppe. I'm not convinced that we have her correct, but you know, I don't really think there's a lot else that I have here to make sense of it, so lock. Ruben is unwell, needs support, and our angels brought the kidnapped kids over there. Here, there's a patient that's supposedly recovered from the sound pest. We have many things to do. I need to trade some stuff with some kids. I've got ammo. I've got a decent amount of stuff in the prototype. I've got a bit of a supply of calomel, amongst other things. It's not perfect, but right now this will do. I can't think if there's anything else that we need to do right now. Okay. We have several options of places to go. Let's go and rescue Ruben, because we're undoubtedly going to need to redo this day again. We're going to have missed something. I have zero doubts on that. I've got enough amalgam right now. I don't need to burn that one. Yet. Yet is the operative word. I wish I knew how to enact Protocol 5. I need more orderlies. Missing something still. Well, let's keep going. Now,
Черт! Померещится же.
fuck! I thought I got her, but she got me first. Oh, this is a nightmare. Ruben, you better be grateful. Where are you, you lousy asshole? Ruben, you better be here. Where is he? There you are.
Сколько весит голова?
You didn't expect to see you here. Why have you come? I've come for you. The theatre is now housing the hospital, and we're in need of doctors. This accursed town has fewer qualified doctors than it has stairways to heaven. I'm not a doctor anymore. I don't know who I am, what I am. What's happened? How did you end up here? I visited the Canes. I confessed everything, turned my very soul inside out for them. I told them I was ready to face punishment, any kind of punishment. You know what they've done? What? They've let me go. A devious punishment. They must know you well if that's what they've chosen to do. I've been shown my proper place. They believe I'm not even worthy of their punishment. There's nothing more humiliating than the pity of the powerful. I think you're confusing pity with mercy. Perhaps their decision was not about you at all. Perhaps it was about themselves, and they have chosen to be merciful. Shows you're not from these parts. The Canes and Mercy. No. Bachelor, they've only let me go because they wanted to torment me. They were showing me I'm of no consequence. In their grand design, I'm only needed to pass the salt and disappear, nothing more. Alright. So be it, then. Well, before you disappear, could you help us out at the hospital? Please, have you considered that? Leave me be, Dankovsky. Just leave me alone. Let me disappear. If you change your mind, you know where to find me. Training orderlies. I need more orderlies. Well, that's good. This is a nightmare plague zone. I don't know how the hell to get rid of this. I mean, I do know how to get rid of it, but oh god, every time that comes along, all of the ideas that they give, it's just... Okay. Oh, okay. How do we get out here? This way? Okay, that's the direction that we go. We have to go this way. No, Clara, I can't. This is nasty. This is really nasty. This is one of the nastiest plague districts I think that exists in the game. Like, this is grim. If you want to get to the House of the Living, you really have to pass a lot of the dead.
А в Танатике было тихо.
Okay, okay. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Another plague district. This is going to be hard. But let's keep going. That was bad. Ah.
Чучелка. Не актер ли в маске? Слишком вознегодно натянуты.
Oh no. Oh, this is grim. Oh, this is awful. I wasn't expecting it to be that bad. Okay. Well, we have a plan. All we ought to do is just keep going forward. Try not to hit any more dead ends. The door! Someone, I need help. I can't hold it by myself. Hold it, keep it together. We'll stay there before they can say, Lord have mercy. What's going on here? Who did you lock in? What's with the yelling, man? Not now, stand aside. This house is under quarantine. They're infected inside. You see the men holding the door so they don't get out. Someone help me, you useless lot. We can't let them out. I'm telling you, you'll stick one, then what? The rest will scatter like rats. They'll spread the infection all over the district. How do you know they were infected in the house? Someone reported this. Can you imagine? Somebody that's brought an infected relative in and hid him. Bloody morons. Hey, do something already. They're not going to stay in there forever. Burn the house. Burn the infection now. All of it. Hold on. Wait, that's enough. Board up the door and calm yourselves. See, that's exactly what I said. Told you from the start, board the door up tight so no one gets through. Did you hear that? Someone smashed a window over there. They're getting outside. Bloody idiots, so hold them. Don't let them get away. Check the window. Oh, damn it. I can't allow this to stand. I don't see. Okay, well maybe we need to just go into the back door of this then. Just come around from that corner, haven't we? I didn't see anything around here. Very well. Perhaps just flavor text. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. A few things to do around here. We can manage actually quite a lot of them today. Before we have to redo the day again.
Кипит, трещит, скрипит, живет.
It's nice to stay warm by the fire. Let's continue. Nothing that much else that we can do here for the moment, but let's oh, it just doesn't go there. Oh well, I'd wondered if I could use it as like put it in an item slot there and like protects, literally it protects you from a bullet, or whether that's just, you know, figurative. We do have a lot of stuff here. I don't think either of these things will ever become useful to us.
Да.
The perfect shape, a circle. And in the center, the small circle of a park. From it, boulevards radiate in all directions. They split life into sectors, and life spreads outwards, like ripples on water. Is that how you want this town to be, or are these just general musings? Everything should be different, absolutely everything. A garden city could have stood here. Have you heard of such a thing? It is a protest against industrial expansion. The idea is that a city should be designed in such a way that it is pleasant to walk along its boulevards, pleasant to look out its windows, with wide streets and sensible, appropriate decor. So, why isn't there a garden city here, then? The Canes don't need a pleasant town. They need a complex town. One that creates daily obstacles for the body and soul. And ordinary people, they especially don't need a pleasant town. They live as they live, build as they build. And they hate it when you try to interfere in these natural excrescences. The people, not good enough, not accepting your attempts to improve their lives. Well. People are easily frightened. I was afraid to plow through the town, to break down houses and tear up streets. After all, there's a sure way to quarrel with the Canes and frighten people by bringing change. I tried to improve life gradually, drop by drop. Drop by drop. Your ideas are compassionate, but without resolve, they will not be fulfilled. The Inquisitor is coming, did you know? The last thing we need is an Inquisitor. You know, I've never encountered the Inquisition, but I've always been fascinated by them. They say they just see decisions as if they were drawn in the air with a T-square ruler. I believe that his judgment will be just, and that all the guilty will receive their due. Maybe then this whole disjointed life will finally straighten itself out. You talk as if you believe you deserve to be executed because the streets of the town are uneven, and you need to sleep it off, lad. Alas, I can't help him. Could that conversation have gone differently? Oh, that's eating my fucking time. I can't have that.
Дышите.
Свирепость
Решите.
еще ни одного болвана не украшала.
What do you want? Don't touch me. I said don't touch me. Easy. I have no intention of touching you. I just want to talk. Now take a step back and keep your hands where I can see them. There's a rumor in town that children have gone missing in the hindquarters. Perhaps you may have heard about it? And who are you anyway? A journalist or something? Daniil Dankovsky, Bachelor of Medicine. Pleased to meet you. Step away from me, will you, Bachelor of Medicine? Barging into a pub like that and immediately pestering me? Do you at least have any candy on you, or should I be worried? Only a few days ago, these kids were out playing, and now they disappeared. Their neighbors are very worried. I have been asked to find out what happened. And what does that have to do with me? Am I the chief of child supervision now? You know exactly why I'm asking you specifically. Word is that you kidnap children, that you're involved with some sinister gang. Do you know Katerina Saburova? Ah, so she's the one who told you that story. There's no yarn she won't spin for a dose of morphine, but by all means keep listening to that bitch anyway. You think a doctor of all people would know how an addict's mind works? I do know, but I'm trying to figure out if she has any motive to slander or frame you. What bullshit did she feed you about me? Maybe that I eat children, make lampshades out of their skulls, huh? Well, something like that. No offense, but my experience tells me that reputation and rumor don't just appear out of thin air. That's why I wonder what could possibly make Katerina Saburova suspect you. There are plenty of rumors about you too. What? You surprised? I didn't recognize you at first, but you're that doctor from the capital they put in charge of fighting the sandpest. You're also an opium addict and a tyrant, a man who issues decrees to burn down houses, who withholds bodies from mourning relatives, and who snatches healthy people off the streets for your experiments. I had no idea I was so popular. So you understand that some rumors are nothing but lies. No, they aren't. Exaggerations perhaps, but not lies, which is why I find it so curious that wherever you are, children go missing. We've been through this before, Anna. We've been through 2 games worth of this. Well, I had this stint with a traveling circus. I was a gymnast and a barker, and there were some children who performed with us. Yes, and maybe some of them started off in the audience, and maybe some of them never went home afterwards. It did happen, but that was a long time ago. Suppose the lumberjack hangs up his axe one day, and then years later a tree falls in the forest. Surely you wouldn't say it fell because the lumberjack was swinging his axe around in his past life, would you? You were seen in a playground in the hindquarters yesterday talking to the missing children. That was the last time that anyone saw them. No, I wasn't talking to them. I was yelling at them. All the noise was giving me a hellish headache, so I told them to go play somewhere else. Besides, I couldn't have kidnapped them if I wanted to. Have you seen those nasty little urchins? I wouldn't touch one with a tightrope walker's pole. Disgusting. So, why did they decide to play outside your house, of all places? Seems suspicious to me. Why don't you go ask them? I've been trying to figure out what the hell keeps pulling towards my house, but it's useless. Why do you think I came to the pub? One of those mangy little shits was on the swing again this morning, and the way it creaks makes my skin crawl. Someone could really stand to oil it at least. Wait, you saw the children this morning? No, I heard them. Like I said, I couldn't bear listening to that awful swing creak again, so I said screw it and came here. The only place in town the little rats can't scurry into. They get all the way. They all get away with anything they want at this point. Even their own parents walk on eggshells around them. Ah. I see. You made up the story about the creaky swing. Now I'll go and check and you're going to run away. Run away? No. I can't be bothered to. quartz lamps to disinfect public spaces. Interesting. Wonder where I got that one from. Well, that's not too far away, at least. And we could deal with that, and then do this part. I would rather go and deal with getting a bull over here than getting it from Big Vlad, because Big Vlad won't give me jack shit. I do still wonder if I got those medical diagnoses right. I suspect I didn't, but... then again, I suppose we'll also find out. Speed, speed, speed. Okay, let's keep going. Find these missing kids. There must be something else here to do. What was that? Amalgam? I don't think I need it right now. Murky!
Полегчало нашей бабушке, пореже дышать стала.
Did you get kicked out too? Kicked out from where? By whom? From the hideout. We were playing hide and seek and Sticky kicked me out. He said I was peeking, but I wasn't. Hideout? What hideout? Where is it? I can't tell you. Bear said a hideout everyone knows about isn't a hideout anymore. Well, it's alright. You can tell me. Bear and I are friends. How do I know you're you? Maybe you're a Bacholdoy. Well, what's a Bacholdoy? Bear says a Bacholdoy fears neither fire nor death. It only fears one thing, and that's fairy stories. That's why Bear tells us fairy stories when we sit around the fire at night and scares the Bacholdoy away. Alright then, go ahead and tell me a fairy story. And you'll see I'm not a Bacholdoy. I'm not afraid of fairy stories. No, you tell. You tell me a fairy story. I want a fairy story. Fine, fairy story it is. Any special requests? 3 days ago, you listened to a Hazelnut telling a story and never finished it. That wasn't fair. Bear says stopping a story halfway through is a dastardly thing to do. Only a Bacholdoy would do that. A good person always tells a story all the way through to its happy ending. Oh yes, I remember that. It was about Lilith and Quirky, wasn't it? Yes, I want to know what happened to Lilith and Quirky. Tell me or you're a Bacholdoy. Okay. Let's go. Lilith and Quirky, you say. Once upon a time, in an old town in the steppe, there lived a sister and a brother, Lilith and Quirky, and they had two friends whose names were... Gerbil and Mickey. Yes, exactly. Thank you, little girl. Well, one day a shaman named Barvoy came to town. People gathered in the town square, and the shaman Barvoy showed them his... tricks. Exactly. He showed them his magical moving tattoos. Black skulls clacked their teeth on his chest, snakes slithered on his skin, from his shoulders to his neck, and all around his head, and black bulls grazed on his hairy back. But that wasn't all. As Quirky looked closer at the tattoo on the shaman's chest, he saw that it was... He saw? Quirky's a girl. Yes, sorry. Quirky saw tattoos on the shaman's chest that weren't skulls, but the faces of her missing mum and dad. Well, that night, like any other night, Lilith and Quirky were sleeping in their hideout. A quiet sound woke Lilith up. She looked over at Quirky, and even though it was dark, she could see tattooed black snakes crawling on her sister's neck. Frightened, Lilith took Quirky to some water to wash the snakes off, but... the snake bit her. Yes, the tattoos wouldn't come off, and one of them crept over onto her palm, and Quirky hit her sister and disappeared into the water, as though she'd been dissolved in it. Lilith didn't know who to turn to. The town only had one doctor, an incredibly handsome fellow named... Snarkovsky? The very one. There's a lot to say about him, but the most important thing you should know is that he's a good person, definitely not a Bacholdo. This dashing doctor... and this... You know, when I deal with pediatrics, I don't usually tell my patients stories about how, in fact, their doctor is really hot. Really dashing and attractive. Oh dear. And this dashing doctor examined the... This is very funny. Dashing doctor examined the magical tattoo on Lilith's palm, shook his head gloomily, and clicked his tongue, like this, which usually didn't bode any good. Well, I hate it when someone goes chuk chuk. Yeah, me too. But the doctor told her that it was the shaman. Bavoy had infected Murky with a terrible sickness. The sickness of remembering and missing your loved ones. He'd done that to lure Quirky out of the hideout and snatch him. Now Quirky was walking through the steppe right into Bavai's giant bare paws. So in order to save him, Lilith had to... Quirky's a girl. Yes, sorry. Quirky was walking through the steppe right into Bavai's giant bare paws. So in order to save her, Lilith had to... challenge the shaman to an honorable sword fight. No, that's something from a different story. The shaman was actually a Beholdoi, so fighting him with a sword would be completely useless. In order to fight Quirky, Lilith had to get tattoos to cover her whole body, and that hurt a lot. So to make the tattoos grow faster, the great doctor gave her a bottle of ink. Not bad, yes. Lilith drank the ink, and the moving tattoos covered her entire body. A map of the steppe appeared on her stomach, and Lilith set off on a journey to find Quirky. She walked through the steppe for a whole month, until all of a sudden, tattooed footprints began to appear on her skin. The tattoos seemed to run around her body. They were the footprints of... jackals? Jackal tracks appeared on the ground as well, and all of a sudden a whole pack of those ferocious animals surrounded Lilith. They were about to tear Lilith apart when she... recognized Quirky. One of them had Quirky's eyes. Yes, precisely. The jackals were about to tear Lilith to pieces when she started singing, and one of the jackals recognized the song. It was the lullaby that Lilith used to sing Quirky at bedtime, and although he'd been turned into a jackal, Quirky recognized his sister. He came closer, nestled up to her, and began to lap at her tears. Together, Quirky's a girl! Sorry, I keep forgetting. Lilith and Quirky hugged, and went off towards Bavai's lair together. His lair happened to be close by, and when they went inside, they saw... lots of children. Exactly. For years, the shaman had been kidnapping them and making them his slaves. He fed on childhood because he was a Beholdoi. Are you understanding that this is a story about Anna Angel? And only Lilith could defeat the Beholdoi because she was a good storyteller. She knew that a story was what a Beholdoi feared the most. This is about Anna Angel. So she began to tell him a story about a girl named Murky, who played hide and seek with his friends in a hideout, but the children in the hideout were in danger. Well, that's not true. They're safe. You can't know that. You and I are just characters in a story Lilith is telling so that she could kill the Beholdoi and rescue Quirky. Wow. Amazing. You're definitely no Beholdoi, mister. A Beholdoi could never come up with something like this. So, will you now tell me where that hideout of yours is? I will, mister. What a wonderful story. I gotta tell it to Sticky right away, then he'll play with me and everyone again. Our hideout is in the factory. The factory looks like a turtle on a map, and our hideout is right below its left flipper. Not far from here. I'm gonna have to go and look. Hope your friends are still there. Turtle. Left flipper. Interesting. Oh, jeez. How did that happen? I need to get depressed real fucking fast. Or this is gonna go real bad for me. Is there nothing depressing around here to look at? Ah.
Тишины бы.
Okay. I mean, it's better than nothing. Alright. Well, let's burn a bit of mania whilst we're here and go and visit the house of someone from the Sand Pest. Oh, this is actually a terrible idea. I don't have much in the way of... I don't have much left from the Plague Finder. Is that you? Jakob? I'm Dr. Dankovsky. Your neighbor informed me that you recovered from the plague, visited some forest, a black one I believe, and recovered. Is it true? Please, enough. Enough. Leave me. Go away. Go away. Go away. No. Wait. Tell me, do you have nails? Do you have nails? Strange question. What do nails have to do with anything? Show me your nails, at least one nail. How am I supposed to do that? Cut off your finger and slide it under the door. I beg your pardon. What? I must see your nail. That's how I know I can trust you. Are you not alone in there? Your voice just changed. What's going on? Here's my finger. A sign of trust. Now it's your turn. Alright, let's not mutilate ourselves. Calm down. Breathe deeply. I'll go and get someone to help. Oh god. What do I do with this? Nothing in here anyway. For the 47th time, go away! Leave me alone, damn you!
Жалко мне тебя, человек. Хороший ты такой.
Tell him to come.
Устал только очень.
Tell him to come out. Tell him to open the door.
Tell who to come out? The crazy man in the locked room. I was actually going to ask about the key. Wouldn't it be natural for a housemate to have a key? What are you both talking about? I live in this house alone. It's just me and no one else. I had a housemate, but he died of plague 3 days ago. It was you that asked me to take a look at him. You found me in the hospital and told me that Jakob recovered. You're driving me crazy. I never asked no such favours. I did not go anywhere, and I have no idea who you are, mate. Get out of my house. No, you really don't remember asking me for help?
Go away, Doctor. Leave before it's too late. Everything in here is fake. Do you crave more illusions? Go see Shabnak. She misses you, poor girl. Right now, you're getting in my way. I'll manage on my own.
Managed what? What's going on here?
Man went to the Blackwood. Man came back. This is bad. That wood is the root of another world. I alone can heal, but the Blackwood claims man and gobbles up their souls together with the plague and pulls them inside its maw. We must uproot it. This is why I came. I am a changeling. I can deal with shoots of a different world. You cannot. There's nothing here for you to do, Doctor.
Roots shoots of another world? Well, you are right about one thing. This is beyond my comprehension. Do what you will. Very well. Oh. Why am I getting panicky when I've got so much morphine? Like, I've got so much. So I shouldn't be getting this nervous. I should just use the morphine when I need to. Which isn't yet. Because the town will continue to depress me and then we'll burn into our time. Whoop, 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 whoop. Left flipper. I can't access this left flipper. Ah, I'm glad to see in this timeline that Artemy did get his Wonder Ball. Thank goodness.
Выспаться бы наконец.
You? How did you know where we'd be? No one ever comes back here. Tell me, Emshin, have you ever heard of the story of the rat catcher of Hamelin? No, who's that? It's this old tale about a man who kidnaps all the children from a town and kills them. No, we're not going to make that accusation. We've actually got on quite well with you and Artemy. No matter, you haven't heard it, so whatever. Why the hell are you hiding the children? They're searching for them all over town.
А чего боишься? Что наругают?
Wow, this hideout must be awesome if they can't find us. True enough. Perhaps my father wouldn't abandon the children. His final wish was for them to be protected, and hiding them is the best way to do that. Don't you trust me, Emshin? It doesn't matter if I trust you. You're wrong. You're a man of substance in this town, and they'll listen to you. You understand the concept of a shard lagatai. I did what I had to. Fucking hell. Sight reading Buryat is, I think that's Buryat, is quite tricky. I did what I had to, like I always do. Children needed saving, so I saved them. Send them to the polyhedron. There's lots of children there already, and if I understand it correctly, it's a perfect isolation ward. The plague won't get in there. Don't like the polyhedron. A Yule tie, it's not safe. Maybe you're right, but at least they won't get plague in there. This hideout works better than the polyhedron. It's abandoned, almost no one comes here. Checked all over, this is the safest place. Tell me, Jaybird, is Bear treating you well? You can tell me.
He sure isn't. He's making me study my letters and count. I hate it. It's so boring. Tell him.
Guilty's charge, Your Honor. Well, Barak, I see I worried for nothing. It's that secretive nature of yours. You look like a killer. People are already spreading nasty rumors, and this will only make it worse. That's why I want you on my side, Emshin. When the time comes, you can support me. You know I haven't kidnapped children. Fine. I promise. Thanks, physician. They're still looking for the children, though. If I were you, I'd tell the town they're fine and you haven't kidnapped them after all. You have a point there. Sticky, go visit the Sabarovs in the Rod. Tell them I haven't eaten you.
Aye, aye, sir.
That seems like it's very useful. Okay. Time to go buy a bull, I guess. And then deal with the train graveyard as well. There are... Alchamar, Tomabolu. What are you doing here? Get away. I think there was an adult shepherd here before. Are you his son? I'm his courier, Dochi Kubun. He took me in out of the goodness of his heart, and my mother too. Sorry, wrong accent for this one. I was supposed to hurraha from him, Emshin, and now I must hurraha from the steppe. What does that mean? Did he die? The Takal has grabbed him by the throat, is dragging him to the ground. Now I take his place, Emshin. Now I am him. Can you tell me exactly what he's sick with? Is it the sand pest? Ebne Ubshin, yes, that's what they said. I haven't seen it with my own eyes, or I'd be sick too. This could refute all my assumptions about resistance. Then again, has your stepfather been herding bulls all his life, or did he just start recently? No. He was an Uran Darkan, made beautiful things. Then he and Urungo Gardia Kulkhaba ruined his hand. His fingers don't obey like they used to. That's when he became a shepherd. He's been a shepherd for fewer winters than I've been alive. Then it all makes sense. He didn't have time to take on the bull immunity, if such a thing even still exists. What's all this, shepherd? What do you talk? Why do you talk to yourself? I really need a bull. Would you be willing to trade or sell for something useful? There aren't many bulls left now, Emshin. Takal eats people, and for people eat bulls. The kin don't know who'll get eaten faster. Selling is forbidden. I told you I'll pay. I said it's forbidden, not allowed. And now there's a mangas out there, a beast. It roars where the townsfolk bury their iron wagons. The mangas dragged off 3 bulls in one night. How many will it take tomorrow? We don't have enough bulls. I won't sell. I've already heard about the beast in the grain graveyard. People in town are afraid of it too. You bet. Howls so loud it makes your heart leap into your mouth, and the dead wagons groan back at it. Do you know where they are? You have to go along the iron road. Do you have a boo? A spitfire from the town, like the ones the bandits make go bang. You should make it go bang at the mangas. Scary sleeping with the bulls out there. Yes, I will check it out. Well... Yes.
Спокойнее.
I know.
Значит, яснее.
I know. Very well. We've got a couple of options then. Train graveyard or Boss Vlad. I suspect we might not quite be able to do both today, but I can try. You know, before the day comes to a sorry end. Okay. Yep, let's do that. The boy said bring a pistol. So I suppose we should do just that. What will we find out here, I wonder? I'm very far into nowhere. Is there anything past here? I don't suspect there is. No. It just leads to nothing. Very well. These creatures again.
Каждый скрип, как выстрел. Мезофония, Данковский.
Take it.
Лучше бы не слышать.
I'm trying to remember the way through these train cars. Oh,
Мезофония, Данковский.
it's quite the maze.
Никогда не один. Всюду вещи. Лучше бы не слышать.
Well, it wasn't all bad then.
Слишком у вас нервы натянуты. Мезофония, Данковский. Пусть будет.
I'm just getting lost here. I've definitely gone in a
Тишины
circle,
бы.
but I can't tell where it's coming from.
Я забыл, что мира так много.
Somewhere further
Как
forward.
будто вещи живут.
It's near here. But I don't know what to do with this.
Кипит, трещит, скрипит, живет.
How am I going
Каждый
in
скрип,
still in the
как
circles?
выстрел.
Ah. Oh, this is deeply frustrating. How do I find this damn thing? I can hear it.
Шум надоел.
This is where they were hanging out before. They're not here. So where are they? I'm so confused. I know it's around here somewhere. I know it's here, but I can't find it. Oh, there you are.
Roar.
Are you the one howling right now? Never would have thought a child could make a sound of that kind. Impressive. Go away. Go away, human. I can't. No way. How can I leave? You need help. That's obvious enough. They've stolen my face. Stolen it. Oh. There's no reason to crawl on off. What are you talking about? I'm looking you right in the face. It's there. The mask. The dog mask was my face. Without it, I can't contain my beastly nature. Awoo. Hello, furry. All right. So that's what this was about. You're one of those polyhedron kids, right? The dog heads, I think you were called. No, I'm not one of them anymore. Not without a face. Have they banished you? Grr. I'm left on my own. Can't do without a face. Without a face, the beast will jump out. Will pounce. You've been here a few days, right? In the cold, without food. That's not... curiosity. So how may the beast be pacified? The face. I need a face. It will contain the beast. Without a face, I'll need to hide. Need to go far from people. So you're not leaving this place without a dog mask? Don't you have any spares in the polyhedron? They've stolen them. Stolen our faces. No spare faces in the tower. Who's stolen your mouth? Your face, I mean. The cat lovers. Renegades who don't believe in beastly nature. Their chieftain has declared war on us. They've stolen our faces. Stolen and hidden them. Soul and a halves, then. I'll look for a new face for you, girl. Their stash of trophies is probably at the warehouses somewhere. Well, I can deal with that at least. Or maybe I can't. One more scene to unfold. And after this scene, I think we should probably call it.
Видно было, что не жилец. Такой печатью отмечен. Жизнь кончена. Все, что мог совершить, совершил. Все ошибки непоправимы. Все поезда ушли. Нечего ему уже делать на этой земле, а признаваться страшно. Смерть забыла его прибрать. Вот он за ней гонялся. Не жилец.
Бакалавр Даниил Данковский, выдающийся ученый-новатор, сотрудник Государственной медицинской академии, годы жизни. Бери, пожалуйста, пальцы, ты мешаешь читать.
Это же энциклопедия. Про наш случай от силы 2 строчки. Смотри, даже город не назван. Просто катастрофическая эпидемия, уничтожившая несколько городов на востоке страны.
I wonder then. Allow me to see if I can perhaps fix these decrees before I go. Oh, rats, I have to burn something. those are the objects I would choose to burn. If I burned all the calomel, I would be incredibly sad. One final conversation then, before we end this day.
Завтра не настанет, если ты не захочешь. Возвращайся домой.
Such a quiet, peaceful day today. Almost ordinary, as if life had returned to its usual course, even amidst all the grief.
Truly quiet. No big events. I wonder, is this the calm before the storm?
You know, Maria told me that today would not come, but it has. That's happiness in itself, isn't it?
I had a conversation like that with Maria too, yesterday, or, well, and some other impossible yesterday.
Maria fascinates me. She doesn't like me, but I still admire her. But she lives by all or nothing, and so she doesn't see the possibilities that reveal themselves in the twilight. It's good that you do.
Why doesn't Maria like you?
I don't know. We've never quarreled, if that's what you mean. I think she doesn't understand how someone can live my life, not striving for anything, not rushing anywhere, just gazing at what's nearby and basking in that beauty. She reproached me with something like that.
I don't think there's anything to reproach. On the contrary, I can only envy you.
Sometimes I do feel empty. There are so many people around who strive to fill the whole world, to leave their marks everywhere. But I don't even like it when the music is too loud. It interferes with my hearing there. It interferes with hearing what's there, beyond the wall.
But you're not empty.
Don't think about it too much. Better tell me, what will you remember about this quiet, ordinary day that came after all?
I tried to invite Reuben to the hospital, but he refused. It's a pity.
Stark is proud. It's hard for him to grasp an outstretched hand. Just wait a little, maybe he'll come around. I asked because you never know what tomorrow will bring. What if a storm really does come right after the calm? Then it's better to hold something from today tightly in your fist.
I'll hold this conversation in my fist. Day 6 in Pathologic 1 is the last day that we had Eva, because by day 7 she jumped from the balustrade of the cathedral. This may be the last time we ever speak to her before she dies. So I will hold this conversation in my fist, and it will be my talisman. What am I willing to lose? Some coffee and some Maridol. So be it. And that, dear friends, is where we will call it for the night. Thank you so much, and we will see you again next time. Bye-bye.